Juan Perón was a populist leader who claimed to side with the common person and claimed to fight against the elite and wealthy. He also was supported by the working class and labor union as Perón wanted to help them out. He was born into a lower middle class family in Buenos Aires, Argentina, and slowly he made his way up into the military ranks, as he joined the military when he was 16. He later served in Chile as a military attaché and traveled to Italy to observe the rise of the fascists in 1938 through 1940. He later returned in 1941 and used his knowledge to achieve the rank of colonel, and later he joined the United Officers Group, which was a secret military coup. Oh, and by the way, the Duckies represent the working class. So, in 1945, Perón married Eva, or also known as Vida, who was an actress from a working class origin and was loved by the masses. She helped Perón rule Argentina in the years ahead. She also created the Peronist Feminist Party in order to mobilize women in support of Peronism. So both Perón and Eva thought of a political movement called Peronismo. This rejected capitalism and communism and supported the idea of corporatism. It was a system of social organization, and it had a vision of coordinating labor and the capital in manners of common interest. The Peronist movement was greatly supported by the Duckies, as known as the working class, and was during his first term, which was from 1946 through 1951. Perón had three key ideals of Peronismo, which were social justice, economic independence, and political sovereignty. Perón wanted to improve the economy, so he nationalized the railroads and utilized other things. He also created a 5-year plan to industrialize the country and promote foreign investment. This 5-year plan addressed the need to anticipate a single body, all measures affecting the exports and imports, regulating the classification, packaging, and quality certification of the exportable products. Perón also helped improve the raw material fuel and mechanical equipment. For social policies, those who supported Perón were also called the descamisados. He wanted to make the community better by working together. He established protective tariffs and invested enormous funds in the development of industry. The policies were expensive, which led to enormous inflation, which led his following working class to poverty. By the end of 1952, Eva Perón dies July 26 due to cervical cancer in Buenos Aires. Eva gained lots of popular support, but when she died, it weakened the populist attachment to Perón. Perón is re-elected in 1951, and his second term goes on through 1955. In response to the economic crisis of the early 1950s, where industrial production and income fell, Perón created his second 5-year plan to expand agriculture productions while maintaining high worker wages. Perón abandons economic stance and seeks for foreign investment. Perón then puts more money in to support the government, and industries wanted lower worker wages. This eventually led to his downfall, as the economy was going slow and less money was coming to Argentina. This went on through 1952. Perón was eventually exiled and overthrown by an army Negro revolt and fled to Paraguay. Perón wanted to gain power over Argentina by gaining power over his Peronist followers. Perón then returns from exile and was elected president in 1973, which was his third and final term. During his presidency, Argentina suffered from even more economic troubles. During Perón's third term, he gets married again to his new wife Maria, which was his third wife. She was also known as Isabel. Isabel was elected as vice president and was resented by millions who were devoted to Vida. Perón eventually died in 1974, and Isabel took place in office. Argentina was suffering from inflation and labor unrest. In 1976, she was taken out of power, and an Air Force led a coup, and the right-wing military junta took power, and they brutally led Argentina until 1982.